Check. All right. No check. Ready to go. Good morning. How's everyone doing? Did everyone enjoy their 4.5-day weekend? Yes? Awesome. Great. Well, it's good to be back, I'm sure. So, ready to talk some Blue Jay basketball. So, I'll open it up the floor to questions at this time, and you guys can fire away. Yes, sir.
Just a recap of last week for you.
Yeah, recap of last week, sure. Tuesday we hosted Lee Summit North, one of the top teams in our conference, and then Friday we went to Blue Springs South, the best team in our conference. So ended up getting a split. We beat North and we lost to South, but the North win was pretty dramatic. Kind of playing behind most of the game. We had an early 2-0 lead or something like that, and but fell behind but kept it close and kept it interesting. And then I don't think we played particularly well, to be honest with you, on either end of the floor. I think we played better defensively than we did offensively. But the one thing, kind of the trademark of our guys this year is they just they find a way to get things done and find a way to somehow keep it close and somehow find a way to have a shot to win it, and then 9 times out of 10 win it somehow, some way. So that's just one of the tough characteristics, I guess, of our team this year. But Lee Summit North's a good team, and they made some mistakes, and we forced them into some mistakes late in the game when they had the lead, and they had some missed free throws that cost them a little bit. And down 2 with about 10 seconds to go, Kellen Turner hit a 3 deep in the corner and gave us a 1-point lead, and we held on with a good defensive stand the last 9 seconds to survive with a 1-point win. Then we go to Blue Springs South on Friday night, which is an incredibly tough task, one of the top-ranked teams in the state, not to mention in the city, and like I said, best team in our conference. But they are loaded. They've got a very good player at each position on the floor. And we played really well, particularly offensively. We didn't necessarily. We played good defense, but they made a lot of shots, and they made a lot of tough shots, and that's why they're one of the best teams in the state. But midway through the third quarter, we have the lead. We have a 2-point lead. We're playing some pretty good basketball, and then we go on in a little slump offensively, and they take a lead, and we didn't play that great in the fourth quarter, and we ended up losing 74 to 61 as a 13-point differential. But for me, the game was much closer than that. Got away from us late, but proud of the guys because they really did everything we asked them to do, and we did some good things. We held their best 2 shooters to combined then for 0 points, but they had a couple other kids get loose on us and beat us. So congrats to them. I thought we played well. Yes, Tim.
Before I ask the next question, do you mind moving your mic up a little bit?
I can do that. I apologize. Well, 9 times out of 10 it is me. So. Better? Yeah. Thanks, Web. It is me. I appreciate that.
She got it.
You mentioned Kellen Turner sang for 3
Yes.
on the Tuesday game. How has he had an impact?
Great question. Kellen did hit our game winner on Tuesday night against North, and then was pretty much unstoppable the first half at Blue Springs, where he had 16 first half points, 4 3-pointers, and was yeah, like I said, unstoppable. So he's just had a huge impact on us this season. He's our MVP and our best player. Not only because he's a great player. I mean, I could mention that he leads us in points. He leads us in rebounding. He leads us in steals. He leads us in a lot of different, stat columns. But just what he means to us, he's tough. He's a gamer. You want the ball in his hands at the end of the game because he's clutch. He's a good player to have on our team. I'd rather play with him than against him, that's for sure. And that's probably the biggest compliment I can give him. Other questions? Yes.
Talk a little bit about how you guys are preparing for the playoffs.
Well, I'll tell you, preparing for the playoffs it's great. For me, it's a season-long journey to prepare for the postseason. For the most part, I think our schedule does that for us. Our schedule is incredibly tough. We schedule tough non-conference games. We go to really tough tournaments. We host a tournament where we bring in really good competition, and then our conference is the best conference in the state, in my opinion. So our scheduling, the type of opponents that we play, is preparing us for us. But we start doing more mental stuff in practice. We start emphasizing things a lot more, it might sound silly, but when you get close to the end of the season, you regress. You go back to the fundamental things that you started practicing back in November, just to review, understand the basics, and get back to reminding them about the fundamentals and stuff. Plus, we just talk about how important each possession is. I think in the playoffs, and particularly at the end of the season, each possession is so important. So we start emphasizing those things. Good question. Yes, Sam.
What would you say the one thing your team has most improved on throughout the season?
Well, offensively, I think we've gotten better. We're more productive. I think, with our numbers, our field goal percentage is vastly improved. Our free throw percentage is up. Our turnovers are down. All those things. This season we've always been a very good offensive rebounding team. And so those things I'm very, very proud of. Not maybe how we started, but how we're improving those important numbers throughout the season, which is difficult to do after you've taken so many shots. So that's been great. Defensively, I just think I really like our toughness. We're taking a lot of charges. We're not getting hurt on the boards for not being a particularly tall team and physical per se, but we are those things, and we do a nice job on the board. So I'm proud of those things too. Yes, what?
Last time you guys played Blue Springs, you fell behind in the back.
Yes. Good question. Last time we played Blue Springs, who we have tonight, we didn't play very well, fell behind quickly, and didn't play great basketball. Here the difference in that game, if I recall correctly, points off turnovers. We committed way too many turnovers. Well over 16, 17, 18 turnovers, if memory serves me right. And they scored a lot of points off those turnovers. And I want to say they beat us. I think they beat us by 10 points or so. And I think points off turnovers, they won just that stat by well over 10 points. That was a difference in the game. It wasn't a whole lot of other things just besides that. And so the emphasis we've got to make to our guys tonight, just, hey, take care of the basketball, get great shots, and we'll be fine. But they're very, very good. And the last time we played them, they didn't have one of their starters. He's back tonight, so our task is even tougher for us this evening. Yes, Sam.
I know it's a little late, but what happened to your Wildcats last week in Lawrence?
Yeah, that was a long time ago. I can't quite remember what happened in Lawrence. I don't know what happened to my Wildcats in Lawrence in fact, I don't know what has happened to my Wildcats in Bramlage recently either. So all I know is K-State and KU are battling out for a conference championship. So I know KU has the advantage head-to-head 2-0 this year. But I think what we're doing is we're just kind of setting up a great Big 12 championship game in the Sprint Center here in a few weeks. That would be nice to see. And K-State will win that one. I hope. We will see. Other questions, and it doesn't have to be on Liberty basketball. It can be on K-State or the weather or our foreign policy, whatever.
Are there any other players aside from Keller that are really big impact or two?
Yes, the question was raised about Callan, and earlier I answered that. But what's really cool about this year's team is that we're more than just him, and he's so unselfish. Doesn't necessarily like all the glamour and the lights on him and stuff. He's very, very happy when other guys succeed and the team succeeds. Brandon Moultrie's really elevated his game as of late, and has, if you just look at Friday's game, Blue Springs South has a really, really good point guard, and I thought Brandon was right there with him. In fact, I think Brandon, if you look at on both ends of the floor, I thought Brandon in the body of work that both those point guards did, Brandon was right there with Justin Pitts, and who I consider, a very, very quality point guard and one of the best in the Kansas City area. And Brandon was right there, if not better, than him that night. So Brandon is. He's figured out a lot of things out this season, and I'm very, very proud of him. But just, I can go on down the list. Eric Greeley's playing his best basketball when we need him to. Artie Tuggle, no one wants to win more than Artie, and he's very, very competitive, and he's doing a quality job. And Cody Winters has been there, defensively, and just he's kind of the heart and soul when it comes to toughness on our team. Just sells out every single game. I was telling our coaches and our players the other day that I know what I'm going to get from Cody every single night out. He's just going to go hard. He's a maximum effort guy, and that's why that's one of the reasons why we play like we do, is because we've challenged our guys to play as hard as Cody, and because we know what we're going to get each and every night with Cody. And then we've got guys that are coming off the bench and doing a good job. And Kwaku Durab, in particular, played well Friday night at South. So, we're pleased with all our guys, and I didn't mention all of them, but we're pleased with all of them, and I think each and every one of them are peaking at the right time and getting better and better and better. Well, I appreciate you attending this morning's press conference. I hope you have a great day. We have 2 home games this week, tonight at Blue Springs, and then senior night Friday night. So our 4 seniors deserve a lot of support Friday night. So if you can't make tonight, hope to see you Friday night in support of them. Have a great day. Thank you.
The weekly Coaches News Conference on KLPS TV is brought to you by Hawthorne Bank, a proud sponsor of Liberty School District. At Hawthorne Bank, we understand the importance of strong community in a strong school district. We also understand the importance of strong financial future for our school district's families and for our local businesses. Hawthorne Bank, with you every step. And by Jackson Hewitt. For all your tax needs, personal or business, rely on tax professionals at Jackson Hewitt and Liberty, a full-service tax preparation professional. Jackson Hewitt,